Hello everyone, welcome to task 3 of the Improving Secondary Instructional Practices Through Technology Integration and Constructivist Techniques Professional Development. For this task, you'll be participating in another constructivist lesson. In task 2, you were subjected to a teacher-centered instruction and a constructivist lesson that addressed the same objectives. For this task, you'll be doing another type of constructivist lesson. This is a constructivist lesson that might fit more in an English classroom or a social studies classroom or a government classroom. Basically, a classroom where you're going to interact with primary sources or literature in some way or some kind of text. I've provided you with 3 articles for this task. There's Article 1, 2, and 3. And you need to read these articles and then complete this constructivist worksheet where you'll be asked to develop your own definition of constructivism, identify some drawbacks, some positives of using constructivism, and kind of figure out why we should use them and why we shouldn't use it, and basically get all this information by interacting with these articles. If you want to, or in order to read the articles, you need to click the top right corner, and it'll pop the article out as a new tab. That same technique works for all 3 articles. And when you are done with them, you can just close the tab like I did. So just take the tab out and X right here to close it. Or if you want to leave it open, you can click on the tab to move back to this page. Also, the constructivist lesson worksheet. This is not a test instrument. Click on the top right corner and pop it out. If you'd like to edit onto this worksheet, make sure you hit File and make a copy of your own and save it to your own Google Drive. That way you can edit it and keep the results when you're done. And when you're done with the worksheet, just click the X. And when you're done with this tab, just click the X. And that'll bring you back to this page. After you've completed this constructivist lesson worksheet, down here is kind of like the concluding activity to the lesson. Typically, I wouldn't want to use a teacher-centered lesson as the concluding activity for a constructivist instructional technique, but this is kind of the best case for the situation where we're doing this all online. I think the best way to conclude this lesson would be to have all the students kind of work independently on the 3 articles and then come together and share their findings with a small group of individuals, and then take those small groups and have each group report to the whole class as to how they define constructivism. And you could take each question and have a different group start, or be able to give the first response for each question, so that way every group has an equal chance to be the first person who shares their information. But I think that would be a better way to conclude this lesson, because that would facilitate discussion and get students involved and letting them kind of be the sources of knowledge. However, we don't really have that opportunity given that this is all online. So this is a presentation that I've constructed basically using a lot of the articles from my literary review for this whole study. So you can either watch the video or you can take yourself through the slides on your own. Once again, thank you for participating in this, and if you have any questions, my email is right here at the bottom. Thank you.